I'm not being funny. He's a hell of a fighter, but they're business people and they're smart. Not saying Mukabu is the easiest, but you got to look at it. Why didn't he go and fight Marius Bradis, which is probably one of the toughest?
So I just dropped my app, www.ChisoLifts.com. Online personal training. You got custom meal plans, custom training plans. With the training plans, you got a video showing you how to do all your exercises. You could log in your sets, your reps, the weights you use, and literally every month I changed up your plan. In the description, you got a code BESTU20 at the moment. You can use that to get a 20% discount for life.
We talked about the fortitude and mindset. That is something not a lot of fighters kind of have all those possessions. So yeah, again, you've got someone who will come and put it all on it and actually believes they're going to win. So when you've got that, it is hard. So then they're going to say, well, what? Let me weigh up my options in terms of, you know, does it outweigh? What's the benefits of having that fight? And for someone like Tajfir, he's looking at it like, well, look, I've got the potential to unify this whole heavyweight division. But fighting this tough old guy in front of me, Dylan, who I know very well, and we've done countless rounds over the years, and I know his desire. Probably similar mindset, similar in terms of, you know, both of them got that tough. Like, he came from many adversities, all the weight, the drugs, the mental stuff, and came back and done that. He has to be a strong character to do that. And him and Dill, and he knows what Dill's about, so he's probably thinking, you know what, I'm going to be smart. I'm going to mug him off with the offers and then say all this shit and then maybe try and make it be a bit delusional, make him become delusional and say, you know, like, second guess himself in what he's doing, and then offer him lowball money because he knows he's not going to accept that. But he knows if Dill gets in that ring, Dill's going to come and he's going to bring it. Win, lose or draw, however people have it, he's going to come and bring it. It's not going to be one of them ones where it's going to
walkthroughs.
It's not going to be that. So I think that's what it is, and they're playing these mind games and playing silly games. But look, right now Dill's mandatory. When you are mandatory, one thing you're going to know, you get your shot eventually. But they've got to get through their arbitration and other stuff. So, you know, next few months, I think March.
Because what's he trying to do? What are they trying to do? Push out Joshua out the way to try and make him fight Usyk?
There is talk of that step aside thing. That's what Dill was mentioning the other day, but that's been out there for a long time. Obviously, I heard Joshua was considering it. I'm not sure, but maybe he's considering it because, you know, maybe yet again that's a mentality thing. Does he believe he beats him? If he does, but I'm not sure if he's going to step aside. But you know, we're just talking about, you know, the hearsay. It's not, you know, so don't shoot me and say I'm saying it was speculation. So if that would take into account the mentality. If you're going to step aside because you think you can't, you're not ready. That's what that would be. And then you and he beats him, and then you and him have the unification. That is a big dust up. A lot of people want to see it. Absolutely. But we want to see it the right way. If that's the case, you go out there, beat Usyk, and then, you know what I'm saying? That's how it's rightly meant to be done. It's not meant to be step aside, go around corner and bend and make a man do your little dirty work, which is sometimes the case of the world anyway. But, you know, I'd like him to man up and say, I'm going to go and do this because, you know, those are my belts he took off me, and I'm going to retrieve them back myself. And, you know, that's respect. And, you know, let's see what happens though.
Because if he's able to get that back, that would be a good fight, you know. Them two for unification. That would be a very, very good fight. But
it's definitely a good fight, but Dylan needs his shot. It's well overdue. I think they said he's gone down in history as the longest man ever to never fight for a world title. So I mean, look, we got to see what happens. The arbitration's around the corner. I think Eddie and them are going to appeal the decision with the 80-20 split, which is 100% rightly so. Imagine I did some interviews talking about this the other day. Some people were moaning and cussing, but then it got put in the Sun newspaper, which was good. Big up the Sun. Remember, I saved the plane as well, so credit to that again, guys.
I said you saved the plane.
What happened? Saudi. Oh, you don't remember that as well? That wasn't even just the Sun, that was in every newspaper. That was in the Star, the Mirror, the Metro, the Daily Mail, the Evening Standard. Everywhere.
What happened in Saudi?
When was going Saudi with the Joshua fight with the rematch with Andy Ruiz. Some lunatic on the plane was trying to attack the Star, trying to open the door.
I remember.
So that was in the Star. It was in every single paper. Metro. So I've got a good little bit of profile from.
You pinned him down.
Give him a little. You know what I'm saying? Little. He's lucky I never got busy on the plane, but then I thought, boy, they might nick me when I get to Saudi.
Yeah.
Because they probably don't want no man touching one of their own.
Yeah.
Especially no man that don't look like me, boy. Yeah, my friend. Yes, no. We come to police. You don't touch these guys. You know that?
I said he was trying to ruin the fight before he was started, you know. That's
the man, when I got back there, the man's on the door going like that, open plane, open door now, I get off now.
You know, would have flown the whole fight and seat out the...
Fam, see, brother, forget.
Man, we did this the whole fight.
No. The plane would have got down. You know when you watch the movie, go...
So we had to open the other door to try and balance it out.
It would have been a wrap, fam. It would have been a wrap. But look, we managed to get that guy. We managed to, you know, I pushed him in the toilet. Yeah. And I just gave him, I said, listen, buddy, man, in the next couple of seconds, I'm going to have to, you know, gonna have to give you, gonna have to hurt you if you don't calm down. Yeah. And he kind of calmed down, dragged him, put him in a seat. Yeah. And then one man came and was like, yes, he's one of us. I said, huh, raw, you got an army? You know, hey, what, you with him? I was going to clump him as well, but he's like, no. But he's Arab, you know, Saudi, I will talk to him. Yeah. It was kind of strange, but anyway, that was a nice highlight still. So, yeah.
That's the most random.
What? Bro, imagine that on a plane. The man fighting the start. And you know the guy got off the plane and walked off. No arrest, nothing.
Oh, for real?
Bro, I've never seen anything like that, man. I saw him coming through Costa. I'm like, raw. Walking off into the sunset, happy days. But when I come there, I never got a hero's welcome. How I've grown up, I've always lived in culture and been doing things, going like Miami and doing things. But it's different when you're now going there as a recognized face, as someone that people respect in the sport of boxing, and being able to go. Hey, them
Instagram blue tick man, them, you know.
Hey, to go to all the fights, ringside. Yeah. Proper. You get me? Like I was at the Cambosis and Lopez, which is another history-defining fights because Lopez was undisputed champion and Cambosis won, and then I went from New York to Las Vegas. Devin Haney against Jojo Diaz. Yeah. You know, I think what belt they got? WBA. I think they got WBA. He was defending. Then from there to LA Staples Center, Gervonta Davis with the Mayweather clan, and they was fighting Pitbull. That was mad in there. Yeah. Listen.
Davis fight looks like there's
no, the guy was hard. That guy was hard. But I'm saying the atmosphere. You had all like NBA stars, Magic Johnson. It was mad. But it's like what my show probably gravitate to: the music, the vibes, the people. But bare hood people in there. But you see, there was money and right energy. There weren't no real drama.
Yeah, all the stars always go for Gervonta fights.
But that's, you know, the Mayweather-esque kind of thing.
Association. Yeah.
Devin Haney is a star with Matchroom, and they got the big bread and they can pattern up some things. But again, it did have a few people, but it wasn't. I don't know. I think it's going to be a hard one for that one to be matched because someone's going to have to take a concession on the money and on the A star, the sides, the flip of who is what and what. And sometimes the network factor, the zone. And who are they? That's Showtime. It's, I don't know, it's going to be a tricky one, how some of these fights get done and made. But I mean, look, they're interesting fights I'd like to see at some stage. But yet again, I'd still like to see Jojo Diaz fight Pitbull. Those two losers who fought them two guys fight each other. Hell of a fight as well by itself. So I mean, there's loads of levels. And look, that Cambosis fighting one of these guys because now he's got all the belts.
Now he's got all the belts.
But there's big money in that lightweight division. That's one of another. But that's a world level. That division lightweight is stacked. Ryan Garcia. There's loads of people in there.
I want Gervonta to fight Garcia.
I don't think he deserves it right now, though. Garcia hasn't done anything for that.
No, but you know what it is? It's because Garcia just always on the net, just.
Yeah, he's one of those. Yeah, net
I just want Gervonta to pack him aside, just take a seat. You know them ones.
That guy is fast, though.
Yeah.
But his hands is fast, and with speed equals power, and speed kills. So it's an interesting fight. But because he's long and he boxes long, I'd like to see if Gervonta. I'd definitely like to see it, but I feel like he needs to earn his shot. If you get my meaning, he needs to earn his shot, not be just put there because Golden Boy or because he's an internet kind of sensation. He needs to earn. He needs to fight Pitbull. He needs to fight Jojo Diaz. Let him fight them boys.
Them man might take him out, you know.
That's what I'm saying. So then he doesn't get to the big fight. So now we know you were meant to fight.
Yeah, the real truth, because those guys are tough.
He's meant to go through the gauntlet.
Yeah, those guys are tough still. Those guys are really, really tough. Like I seem to, a lot of that division, when it comes on late at night, I'm always watching them guys there. Like that's, I think for me, right now, that's the most interesting division.
Yeah.
A lot of quick
definitely.
guys, a lot of guys.
I'd say that
with
as well.
some serious reps.
Worldwide, though.
Worldwide, yeah,
definitely.
Like a lot of guys with some serious reps, and everyone's got zeros. But I'm just like, all this, I'm with this promoter, I'm with this network, I'm with this. It needs to die, because I think that's the only thing that's gonna kill this era of the sport. All the different promotion groups being affiliated to different networks.
Do you know this was something that happened before anyway? This is the same with Mayweather, with De La Hoya, all these kind of things. There was network things. Same with Lennox, Lewis, Riddick Bowe. All these, you know, like all these things were networks things, because you used to have HBO, Showtime, BBC, and then Sky, and all of the networks crossing, and people didn't want to cross the pond because these people wanted to show it on different things. So it's always been there, and it's about money, because if you've got the golden goose. Why am I going to say, with my egg, which I put all this investment in, go across to your channel and give you now the biggest payday we can get in our time? So sometimes they used to do splits, and that's what they did with De La Hoya and Mayweather. I think they probably came to a decision and done a split, and both channels ran it. So I mean, it's something to look forward to. But you're right, lightweight division and worldwide with those boys, stacked, great fights, and I'd definitely like to be at some of them, because I've been at the last 2 Devin Haney ones in Vegas, the one in May, and then I went to this one. So I'll be definitely looking out to see any future big fights in Las Vegas or around America, where I'd like to attend and do my thing.
That's my thing. Do you think Canelo is gonna go up to like the cruiser? Because I've been hearing all this talk about him wanting to try and jump into that lane. At his size. Yeah, it looks like they've said the WBC have sanctioned him to fight Makabu. So they've got the green light somewhat. And Canelo's good at picking guys, looking at people, the weakest champions in the divisions, who he can go for. Of course he did. He always. I'm not being funny. He's a hell of a fighter, but they're business people and they're smart. Not saying Makabu is the easiest, but you got to look at it. Why didn't he go and fight Marius Bradis, which is probably one of the toughest? You get me, cruiserweight champions. He could have fought, but he decided to go for this kid. And then what he tends to do is he goes up, fills into that weight, and then drops down 1. If you look at all the people he fights, he goes up, they come down, and he fills in. So it's going to be interesting. I think it's a fight. I'd watch it. It's not. I'm not going to stay up in the night and watch it. I'll just wake up the next day and watch it, because I'm probably going to end up having to do loads of interviews the day before or leading up, and then the day after. So I'll just go sleep, watch it in the morning, and then give these my thoughts on the fight. But saying that, I think he's really looking to target the light heavyweight division, which is one of the best divisions in the world, which is Bivol, Beterbiev, or Beterbiev, whatever they want to call him, and those kind of guys in that. So he probably wants to go up to cruiserweight, clap that belt, drop down, clap out these man, because he's dealt with the bigger man, then drop down, and then go back up. Brother, listen, the guy's a savage, bro. And man's moving like Thanos,
No, he is Thanos and boxing, and he's a real problem.
How disrespectful that is. I got all the belts, just in the yard, just yep. And the thing is, his paydays must be ridiculous now, boy. It must be like
it's been ridiculous. That boy's on about 20-30 million a fight, fam.
That's a joke.
20-30 million, them big bucks there. The man has things different.
And the thing is, if you clap all the belts, you're gonna have to fight more frequent as well.
No, because what he would do, someone like him, I think he would get the belts and then relinquish them after a while. And then he just does what he wants. But it just goes down in history. Undisputed. Drop. Undisputed. Drop. After that, he goes into the Hall of Famers, where he is. If he does it in 3 weight classes, it's a movie, fam.
He needs to, because that Mayweather loss is probably the one thing that just ticking him off.
And Mayweather's right, though. Mayweather went in there when he was like nearly 40 and schooled him. And as much as people want to say, he was young, Mayweather was old. What's your argument? You ain't got no right to no argument.
People don't understand when the older you get, your reaction time and
reflexes and body reflexes.
Because I remember when I was young, I used to say to myself, you're never going to slow down. If you keep on training, little things, even now now that I started playing basketball local league after years, I could see things, and in my head, I know this is what I need to do here and there.
I'm telling you.
But my body can't do them things. Even though I know it, and I know that I used to be able to do it, I already could think him. I'm like, rah, my body can't move. And the younger boys might think, rah, how come my man can't?
Hey, why don't you do that? Oh, yeah.
But I'm like, the age gap, you don't realize once you start to hit 30, it's just it's like the plane is just about to crash.
The decline, man.
Horrible.
Yeah. No, trust me.
That's why I don't blame man them where I know that they might go boxing gyms and sparring that, and they're around my age and they don't fight. I'm like, yeah, I understand. Because why
you don't want to shock your body.
Why you starting so late? You might cause yourself
more
a different
trauma.
level kind of trauma or damage. Whereas you might go in the ring and fight one 25, 26-year-old who's got more years under you, like in boxing years, and when he touches you up, you're just gonna be in the corner taking a beating, you know what I mean? It's like one of my little idiot friends the other day messaged, and he was like, when your YouTube blow, you should go fight Jake Paul. I said, like,
the longer you leave it, he's going to be getting better.
Yeah.
So you're going to go into the worst part of the Jake Paul. If you was going to get him, you needed to get him when he fought KSI.
By the time, you know what I mean? I'm like, right, by the time my thing blows, he would have been 8 years deep. I said, you're smoking crack. You want me to go there and get a beating online so that you make a key in the comments. I said, get out of here. I'll be a 40-year-old by then as well.
He said, get out of here for real. You know what I'm
Jake
saying?
Paul, you know. I said, nah, impossible. I'm like, boxing ain't for everyone. Me, I'm not even trying to put myself in such predicaments because I know I'm a sore loser. I can admit it. I know myself.
Yeah.
I know I'm a sore loser. You're going to beat me up. I'm going to be smiling at you at the president, pick up a chair. Then I'm going to get nicked, you know, the ones there. Then I'm going to say, right, at least I beat him up again, but in the ring I lost, didn't it?
Man.
So regardless, I would have lost everywhere.
You got to have the discipline,
yeah,
man.
So I know instead of me to put myself in situations where I'm going to get drawn out, I just humbly I'll take the L. I'll be like, my man's going to top me up. Cool. Yeah. It's better that way, you get me? Jake Paul, 8 years down the line, you know.
You know, he's doing what he's doing, he's getting the bag, so.
When he knocked my man out the other day, though. Flipping
that was I don't know what that was,
the memes were running.
Yeah, I don't know.
People were trying to say that he gave him a signal before banged him. But I was like, nah, the way that connected, even if a man gave you a signal, that one there, it came with a lot of venom still.
Yeah, no, it did, but overhands are like that though. Yeah. When they land, them overhands, they're deadly. Yeah. But I'm not going to lie, if your hands are here, you don't drop this hand if someone's throwing their right. That's impossible. Yeah. Why would you have your hand here and drop it? It doesn't. You don't do that. Yeah. If you said he went to jab and his hand was low, I get it. I don't think that's what happened. Yeah. I think he dropped his hand as he was throwing. Yeah. That's not. If you learn to box and Tyron Woodley's been in the fight game, martial arts for years, he knows that's not a move you do. So I do think there was something in it with because, like I said, the only way you're going to drop that hand here is if you was going to do that, and if you was going to do that,
the
shoulder is kind of blocking your chin there first and foremost. Yeah. If you jabbed and then dropped it and then you was caught with it, that's not what happened though. So listen, hey, what do I know?
Hey, see, you man getting 3 pointers there, boy. Man's give you like a little training lesson there. Quickly, you get me about put your shoulder away.
So you can come and see me at McGill's Boxing Club if you want a tuition, a lesson, pointers how to defend yourself. Using my jab, using the right, shoulder roll, right, left, roll, right, roll again, back on your jab. Come and see me, Miguel's, today, 2 o'clock. For a small fee. Don't look at my advert.
Them ones that come on 3 a.m. in the morning on the TV.
Remember back in the day. You know the little shyster lawyer in America, when you watch the news, my man's a little shyster. See me, I'll get you out of jail. Free ball corner. Or whatever they used to say that.
Then right after that, they're going to sell you some useless fitness equipment that they're going to be running for hours and hours and hours. In America, they still rinse them channels.
Listen, they bear them little shysters on the news.
It's annoying, boy. In the middle of the night in America.
You see the man with his big baggy suit on, talking about he's a lawyer, The man's got a suit that's 4 sizes bigger than him. You know them pots on the news and that.
Hope you liked today. Long overdue. Got Dean on the channel. Soon, hopefully, one day, when Dylan's back in England, because he lives in Portugal now, probably try to get him on the channel as well. Yeah, but stay tuned. More to come.